and then there was sunlight. Time to hit the woods. Speaking of the woods, today we're going to enjoy it, but we're also going to do some exploring. But let me back up. So, late spring, I did a video and a hike, and it was a big loop. It was 4 miles. We were looking for old colonial sites that are basically lost out in what is now thick forest. And yes, there's all kinds of trails like this that go through this massive piece of property. But I'm convinced a lot of these are old cart paths. So about, I don't know, it's got to be about 1.5 miles out that way, I had stumbled upon and noted the stack of rocks. Huh. That looks man-made. And generally in New Hampshire, or just New England, there's generally rock walls everywhere. Not around here, not this area. So it makes it very difficult to read. Either way, we're gonna do a little forest bathing as we explore. So after doing that massive hike, and I was thinking about and reflecting upon it, that stack of rocks, there's got to be a home site out there that we just cannot see. That's why I'm going back. I can't let it rest. These things drive me crazy. It's like looking for something underwater and your light is only giving you, 30 feet of visibility. As you can see, once you get outside of, where my fingers are, you really can't see. But people had to be living out here. This part, this area, this town, they were out here as early as the 1730s. So we'll follow this up until we get into the area where the one pile of stacked rocks is. Boy, what a difference from the last time we were here, which was a few months ago. Downright cold. Things are blooming, or have bloomed. Yeah, close proximity with a porcupine. I turned around near the path and was like, whoa. Okay, we're in the area. Our pile of rocks is over there. And I do remember remarking that the land is actually not that bad compared to the mile we just walked through. Even the grow back is different. That means something. Well, I guess now we just start heading into the tree line in different directions and see if the land funnels us down to any area that may have been improved. Like I said, without the walls, it's a lot more difficult. These people may have settled, not been here long, or they settled, figured out they couldn't be farmers. Who knows, but that's where we're going. We're going in there. Gotta get right on the pit of doom. So why I'm choosing here is I stuck my nose in when I was here last time. It just looks good, comparatively speaking. So keep in mind how far out we are. Like I said, it was about 1.5 miles up into this area. So we're 1.5 miles away from, pavement. Roads that are in use. A lot of land, especially for New England. drive 5 miles from here, where the land is horrendous and people were still forging their home sites out of, you know, piles of these things. So when you see good land like this, makes you wonder. Deposit or human intervention? Don't know. Wow, this really is cool and different. Oh, look at that for a sign. Wow. I just happened to look that way. Amazing. Way out here. Split granite. See all the lines? They didn't come all the way out here to split this one rock. And it is actually that piece too. There's a chunk broken off. Huh. Wow. More. See what else we can find. Gotta be something out here. That is definitely remarkable. Also, keep in mind, I left that trail we were following, potentially, probably the old road, cart path, 10 minutes ago. So, call it a third of a mile in. Yeah. Bit middle of nowhere. To be breaking rocks in half. Huh. I'm actually astounded. Only because of where we are. Jeez. Maybe. It's a hole in the ground. Not very large. There are some rocks. I'll try a little experiment. So, that means I walked by this before, but over on the path, I found it this time because I went in and let the land funnel me down. So, I just brought my pinpointer. Because if there's any iron in the ground, I might pick it up. Done this before. Maybe not. Let's look around. That's a bit more convincing. Maybe not. But it's a lot more convincing. It's definitely shifted ground. You can clearly see the cutout and then stacked rocks. But no iron. And the pinpointer would have definitely picked it up. I actually found a spoon like that once. Alright. Let's look for more signs. Something was definitely going on out here. Another one. Yeah, that's split. So they were quarrying granite out of this. Huh. An awful lot of activity in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff people would have been doing probably for their own cellars. It's just not the kind of area where, you know, I would assume it would have been lucrative to come all the way out here for a few slabs of granite. And we see that at some of these old home sites. You'll go out behind the old cellar hole and you'll find split rocks out in the yard that they did themselves to, you know, line their foundations. Boy, you just can't see out there. What a faint area. It's gonna drive me crazy. It has been for a long time. So I'm back at the pile of rocks that brought me back out here, because that's not normal. And then we had the two isolated areas where they're pulling granite over there, and then over there was the two spots of shifted ground. And fairly good land. Just nothing completely convincing. And then the few potential on purposely stacked rocks. Hoping to see a well. Well, I guess that is it for this trip and attempt. I think I'm closer though. When you walk that far around here, passing all this stuff, it's wet out there on both sides of the corridor and thick. I mean, it's not passable. And you walk a mile and a half out through this and get into an area where it's clear, buildable, and you see all those signs. Somebody was doing something out there. Somebody was living out there. I just can't find the proper cellar. Might not have been one. Could have been a footprint. But that first chunk of granite that was split, that was a whoa moment. We'll find it eventually. You're out there. I know you are. And for a day that started out so rainy, it turned out okay. All right. That's it.